All right, we have made it out here. Let's try these Powerbait trout worms and see how they do in some pressured water. I have an extra crush of my barb here, but this is going to be the rig. I'm using a 132 ounce jig head with the floating trout worm by Powerbait, and I've got it cut about that long. Don't want to go any longer than that, otherwise the fish will just keep grabbing the back and hang on. You'll keep losing them. So you want just enough to get that action, but not enough that you're going to lose them. You want them to kind of grab on here. If they grab on too far at the back, you'll keep missing them. I've also got two different types of Pro Cure with me. I've got one that's Crappie and Panfish Magic, which I've never used before, and this sweet corn that I was trying on the trout the other day. It didn't work at all, but I figured I'd try it in New York City, see if it helps at all. I'm going to try the corn one first. Put a little bit on this jig head and a little bit on the worm. Very curious, because New York City fish are different. They're a different breed. So I've got my Shimano Sedona 500, G Loomis Pan Trout Rod, and 8-pound braid, 6-pound fluorocarbon leader with the FG knot. I think I got like a 8-foot or maybe 6-foot leader on right now, and a trout float. I like the trout magnet float because you can move it up and down accordingly, you know, kind of find the depth that the fish are at and keep problem solving. And yeah, I don't know, I found it to be really effective than your traditional bobber. I also like that in the wintertime, you know, the fish are kind of skittish, and a float like this doesn't have too much buoyancy to it. You know, it's easy for it to drop down. And, you know, your traditional float or bobber has a lot of resistance to it. So the fish will feel that. And once they feel it, you know, they get spooked. So I found these trout magnet floats to work very well. They're on it the second it hits there. Oh, I got one. I got one. Yes. Yes. They're on it the second it gets in there. It's a crappie. Heck yeah. That's what we're here for. Heck yeah. That winter crappie action. Sorry, my camera just shut off. But that trout worm with the goo, as soon as I put the goo on it, they went for it. Heck yeah. Later, buddy. I think I might have just found the crappie. I just went everywhere. I spent like 4 hours trying to find these crappie. I think I just found them. They stopped hitting the second that I lost that scent. Gotta put some more corn scent on there. They like that corn. They're up in this little corner today. Crappie are not like other panfish. They kind of like, they move around quite a bit. You gotta find them. Now that we found the fish, let's try this stuff now that we've found the crappie. Maybe they'll want this more. Try and rule out if it's a color thing. I'm gonna try throwing the pink on. Got one. Got a decent one. This feels like a decent crappie. Went for that pink worm. It's interesting. I'm telling you, I think it... Oh! That was a bass. That's crazy. Got another one. Hopefully this isn't another bass. We're going for crappies. We don't... You know, I'm actually going for crappie, so I don't even care about that bass. This is the fish I'm going for. So this is even better. I'm psyched. This is the fish I'm trying to catch. The other one wasn't. That's awesome. Went on that pink worm. Sweet. Missed the bass and we got the crappie. That's what we're here for. So I think we're definitely learning something today. Sorry for all the noise. There's skateboards and helicopters and airplanes. It's New York City. Color is not really making a huge difference. What is making a huge difference is this Procure sweet corn gel. The crappie panfish stuff is no good. But in New York City, if you want to get them in the winter, get this corn gel. It's definitely making a big difference. It's night and day. They're going crazy for the corn. Night and day. See? Second that I got the corn on, they start going crazy. Crappie love corn. I don't know what it is. But yeah. So like New York City fishing, it's tough. It's very pressured. And anytime I find like a little trick like this, it's awesome. Yeah, that's what we're here for. Here for crappie. Found the crappie. They wouldn't bite regular lures. I mean, they wouldn't bite the non-scented. As soon as we threw on that corn, start getting them. It's awesome. I think we're about out of light. Shortest day of the year. Or something like that. Either tomorrow or today is. But it's dark and gotta get back and get that pizza. All right, we are back at the crib. It took me a minute. I had to take care of this little bunny rabbit. Got a senior rabbit on my hands, and he requires a little bit of a butt bath every day and some ear medicine for him. This Vesitration's working pretty well. But yeah, he's a senior. He's an old rabbit. And if you're wondering what all these boxes are, they're behind me. They're all Christmas presents for myself. No, I'm just kidding. I just need to take out the boxes. But anyways, we got our nice pizza here. Let's dig in and... Oh, that's looking good. It's looking real nice. But let's do a quick deliberation about what happened today. Do the trout worms work for crappie? Yes. They were working pretty well. Definitely going to be using them again. But the biggest difference, I would say, is that Procure corn scent. I got the crappie stuff and the corn just to see if there's any difference. And it was night and day. The second that I put that corn on, the crappie are going crazy for it. The second I put the crappie stuff on, crappie Procure, it did not work. So I don't know if that's a New York City thing. You know, in New York City, a lot of people feed the ducks. And they're feeding them corn and grain. So could have something to do with it. I don't know. But I would say that was the biggest difference. Color didn't matter. Switched from pink to brown. Got fish on both of them. But without the corn scent on both those colors, I didn't get anything. So, does scent matter? Definitely. Powerbait is scented out of the pack. Like when you pull out of the pack, it's scented. Didn't make a difference. But the second I put that corn on, that corn juice, I was getting them. So definitely keeping that corn juice in my bag for the rest of the winter. And just always going to keep it. It's less messy than the other stuff too. The other stuff smelled like minnows and, I don't know, like bait fish. And the corn doesn't have much scent to it. So it's a little more manageable on your fingers. Anyways, have a good one. I'll see you guys on the next one. Hopefully you learned something from this, and hope you're catching them up and